The developers of the First Descendant have been working very hard, and here are 8 major changes that I think you guys need to know about that are coming to Season 1. Number 1 is going to be the Void Fragments and Fusion Reactor Loop improvements. I'm telling you, this is a major change that we've actually been talking about on stream over on Twitch. If you guys haven't watched me there, highly recommend it. Now, what they're going to do is they improve so that playing Void Fragments once on hard difficulty now grants enough void shards to use a fusion reactor once. And we've talked about this in the past that sometimes you have to do those void fragments 2 or 3 times just so you have enough void shards to actually use the void reactor that's connected to that amorphous material that you want to unlock. No longer is that the case. They are upping that up, and this is a big change to the game that I think a lot of people are really going to be pleased with, and they are listening to us, and that's all we can really ask about. They also said the fusion reactor now requires void shards when using reconstruction device rather than at the start of the mission. This adjustment ensures that void shards are not consumed if you accidentally enter the fusion reactor. This is great because sometimes if you get pulled into that fight, it will just steal your shards and you don't even need to use it. You just happen to be in the area. You might have aggroed the enemy, and they're changing that. They're also listening to the players. The big change for void reactors. The next big change they're bringing it is socket type save feature. As you guys notice right here, I have a bunny, right? So all of mine have a crystallization catalyst in it. Now, if I wanted to make a different build, like this MP build, you can see I don't use the same socket type on this build, so it's very hard for me to really min-max this build. But now with the new feature, you can keep that socket type, add another socket type on top of that, and then you can swap between the 2 socket types in the same socket. So you can literally have 2 socket types in one module slot, which is absolutely amazing. And this right here is gonna benefit players who only want to main one Descendant, but that Descendant is good at mobbing and bossing, and now they can min-max those builds to do just that with one Descendant. Now, the next major change came with the hard infiltration missions. A lot of you guys ask me about these and say, yo, Skillz, how come you don't just do private and then put some directives on? Well, that's the big thing. I want to play with other players. So if I want to match make, I have to do public operations because there wasn't an option to select some directives on there and then still get those extra rewards. So now they are changing that in this next update. So they are going to have some presets that offer 3 options for 0%, 125%, and 250%. And Descendants who choose those presets, they'll be paired with other Descendants. So that means that now you can actually do these with other people, even if you have no one to play with. And I honestly just like playing with other people, seeing their skills go off. It's just a cool experience, and that's why I do it. So this is very beneficial to me, and I think a lot of other players might be on the same boat. The next major change actually comes to Jaber. His turrets have been improved to apply stats such as skill power modifier and additional attack, and will be able to enhance Descendant modules. Additionally, Jaber's turret sync skill has been adjusted to apply to the turret Jaber has summoned. And if the turret engineer modification module is equipped, the summon turret has been improved to create an area. So Jaber is getting some love. I know a lot of you guys enjoy Jaber, but you guys feel like he's very underwhelming, and we actually talked about this on stream too, so glad to see him get a little bit of love here. Oh, we're not done with Descendants. Blair got a huge buff, and I'm finally excited to build around him once this new update goes live. I will tell you, I do have a Blair that is about 80% done, but I felt like he was missing something. I felt like his skill cost was too much, and well, they addressed it in this update. They started off with Pitmaster skill has been improved to have a more enhanced effect based on the number of flame zones. I like this. The duration of Blaze Up skill has been increased, and the MP cost has been reduced. I felt like his MP cost was already too expensive, so this is actually a really good change. When using Extinguish skill, the flame zone no longer will be retrieved. Instead, the Taste of Aggression effect will stack based on the number of flame zones. That makes the damage instantly. Love that. The damage of Burn Taste skill has been increased, and the skill button input feature has been added to allow canceling and skill in mid-use. That's cool too. I definitely think most skills should have the ability to cancel mid-use. They continue on and say, additionally, the max stacks of Incendiary Bomb modification module has been increased, and the performance of Deadly Cuisine skill has been enhanced when the Classic Chef modification module is equipped. So I'm telling you, I feel like they've not only buffed him once before, they buffed him again, and they realized a lot of people aren't still using him. So I can see Blair really getting that buff that he needed in this update. Now, for all you Ajax mains, he got a little bit of love too. That orbital barrier and hypercube skills are now affected by the attribute resistance, making them stronger. The body enhancement modification module increases HP, defense, and shield when using these skills. Void energy will always recover to 100%, allowing the use of enhanced skills more often. So I know you Ajax mains are really enjoying these changes right here and gonna be excited to test them out. They additionally did say that the Void Charge modification module will allow for Void Walk skill to be stacked, and the Void Walk and Expulsion skills have been modified to increase damage based on the defense. When using enhanced skills, the cooldown will now reset. So Ajax mains, hopefully you guys are excited for these changes. And the last major change I wanted to dive into was the Inversion Reinforcement for season progression. If you guys haven't heard about this, this is another way to kind of, I want to say min-max, give your Descendant new abilities. They have total of 5, one calling hunt, improves the Descendant's basic stats. Attribute improves the Descendant's attribute resistance. Recovery improves the Descendant's recovery. Survival receives a defense buff that activates under certain conditions. And the 5th, called Season, receives an effect that is useful for invasion dungeons. Now, Inversion Reinforcements is a progression system that only lasts during the season. So once the season's over, it is gone. You can utilize 3 selected effects at all times. Now, the Descendants will gain these new abilities through Inversion Reinforcements. Now, you can learn Inversion Reinforcement effects using the Ironheart particle, which can be earned by clearing invasion dungeons or being active in the hard difficulty fields. You can choose 3 of the effects that have been unlocked. When you unlocked all 4 of the effects in line, you automatically acquire the line's collection effects. Collection effects are passive effects that are always applied during the season. This means if you unlocked all Inversion Reinforcement effects, you can utilize 3 selected effects and 5 collection effects from each line in battle. So this is definitely a way to min-max your Descendant to make it even stronger. So for all of you players who really want to push your Descendant to that next level, Inversion Reinforcement is going to be for you. So guys, there was a ton of information in this report that they gave us this morning. Now, one important feature I do want to mention to you guys is that Season 1 Invasion is broken up into 3 major updates. On August 29th, we get our first update. So you'll get the new Descendant Haley with her Haley skins, Invasion Dungeons, Inversion Reinforcement, and Invasion Season Pass, plus the ultimate weapon Excava, which is part of that seasonal pass. On September 26th, we get our second update. We'll get the new Intercept Battle Deathstalker. We'll get the ultimate weapon Frostwatcher, which is that scout rifle, and the new ultimate skins and ultimate Descendant exclusive spawn effects. Then on October 30th, we get our third update, and that is when you will be able to get Ultimate Freyna, Freyna's exclusive story, Ultimate Freyna's modification modules, Haley's modification modules, a new Ultimate modules, highest difficulty infiltration operations, and ETA-0. So a lot of stuff is coming this season, but it isn't all coming on August 29th, so I did want to put that out for you guys. We're going to wrap this up video here. If you guys enjoyed this video, found it informative, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget, you guys can watch me on twitch.tv/NothingButSkillz. I'll see you guys later. Hey, NothingButSkillz is out.